Hey, this is Exodus, and today I'm going to be explaining the Stray Fairy text glitch in Majora's Mask. So, this was found back in 2019, but it wasn't understood at the time, so I decided to look into it and figure out how it works. So, when you talk to these stray fairies with between 1 and 14 fairies for the corresponding dungeon, it'll give you this text box that tells you how many are left. So, the glitch is you can open your inventory and open a text box by viewing an item and then talk to the fairies and it will mess up the text box like this. So why does this happen? If we look into memory, this is the text box buffer. So this has the values that are going to be printed to the text box, the letters, numbers, special characters, and things like that. And there's also some control codes that have other purposes, like BF signifies the end of the text box. And there's also ones for like new line character and things like that. So when I'm talking to these fairies, it'll update the buffer to show the number of fairies you have remaining. So this is the 2 bytes that show 10, and then there's a 00 afterwards. So this is where the glitch is happening. It's skipping this byte when it's writing to the text box buffer and not writing anything to it. So if I go to back to the Goron Mask text box, you can see that that value gets set to 6F, and then if I talk to the fairies, it stays 6F. And so it's reading that 6F as part of this text box, and that's messing it up. So there are some kind of interesting things you can do with this, because you can either have it print a character or a control code. Characters tend to mess up the text box like this. It doesn't actually print out the character that it's supposed to, but if there's a control code in that byte, then you can have it do some other things to the text box. So for example, if I look at the Romani mask, you can see that byte is B2, so that is making the C icon yellow, so that's why you can see that the F turns yellow. Also, if I were to play Song of Soaring and open up this Clocktown text, you can see it's 11 right now, so if I talk to the fairies with that value, it has an empty line because 11 corresponds to a new line character. And another one you can do is you view the swamp text box. It will be set to C2. And this one corresponds to a 2-choice control code on the next text box that opens. So when I press A here, it turns this one into a choice text box. So I can scroll up and down in this text box as if it were the yes or no text box for the Song of Soaring. But pressing A doesn't do anything, and neither does B, so this is just a soft lock. One more thing I wanted to explain about this glitch is that it depends how many stray fairies you have. So if you have between 1 and 5, it is displaying 2 characters, 2 digits for the number, and so the 00 byte is right here. But if I change to 6, between 6 and 14, then it'll only be displaying 1 digit, and so the 00 actually gets shifted 1 byte to the left. So that means anything that's written to this byte by a previous text box can then be used in this new text box. So that'll give you some different values, which could have some different effects. So that's the glitch, and thanks for watching.